So my best KFC order is a little unorthodox. I've said this a bunch of times, but I'm really not a fan of KFC sides. So there aren't really any sides. Funny enough, just like when I went into Popeyes, I'm walking into KFC and I see this big sign that says they have their own festive family meal. So at KFC for $25, you get 6 pieces of chicken, has to be dark meat only, so you get drums and thighs. You get 6 chicken tenders, 3 of their sauces, 2 of their sides in their meal. On contrast, Popeyes, you got 4 tenders, 4 pieces of chicken, 4 sides of your choice. In this case, you get 2 sides, and that cost you $20. So I think KFC's meal wasn't really the best. So I went in there and just did my own order. Now, there are 2 parts to this video because these 2 things aren't included in the best. I wanted to try them again to give them another chance. I only had them once and I didn't like them. So I got their new tenders again because a lot of people said they did like them. I wasn't a fan, but I'm always willing to try something twice. And as well as those poppers that they had, which I thought had no filling. These look a little bit better, so that's my second chance with those. But this is my best KFC order. So these 3 things that you see here came out to $12.99, and I'm gonna tell you how. Basically, when you use the KFC app, they had a promo that you got a free Taste of KFC meal, which is in here. It didn't cost me anything. I put it up on the screen. It's free to anybody to use it, so make sure you do use the apps. I say this every time. They want you to use their apps. There's crazy reasons behind it, but I'm not here to talk about those. But let's get into this video, and I'm going to start off with, to me, if you're going to go to KFC, I think you just have to get this because it's the best thing at KFC in my opinion. We have the KFC spicy chicken sandwich. I personally think is the most underrated thing at KFC. Spicy mayo, they didn't really give me much, but that's okay. So I do some augmentations to mine, which is either one of 2 things, the buffalo ranch, or to me, one of their best thing is, if you saw a lot of my KFC videos, I talk about their honey mustard just being completely underrated. So I do add a little bit of that to it and a little bit of something else to it, which is some hot sauce. Now, I don't want KFC's hot sauce because they charge you for it. So I got my own hot sauce at the crib, Slap Your Mama, which to me is one of the best hot sauces. So I get a little bit. Now it's actually spicy. Figured out finally how to cure that issue. But their chicken sandwich, as in general, is super underrated. I don't think enough people talk about this sandwich. I think is a top 3 chicken sandwich of any of the chains. It's always crispy in my opinion, and that 11 that comes on their chicken is also on this chicken sandwich, which gives it a very distinct taste. Ever since this sandwich has come out, I think a lot of people have just slept on it. You always hear about Popeyes, for starters. I think this is better than Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwich. I said it. It's super underrated. And then you can add whatever sauces. They have a saucy version, but I prefer adding my own sauce. So, this sandwich to me is one of the elite chicken sandwiches in the game. It's very, very good, and I don't think enough people talk about it. To complete my order, I also don't think enough people talk about this. I talked about this a while ago, but this thing right here. Come on out, show everybody how good you look. Ooh, that's hot. People don't know, again, I use this bag when I bring any food, so it's still hot as hell. Believe me. Still steaming. That bag costs $20 on Amazon. I brought it up in the last video, but I'm probably going to bring it up a bunch of times again. You might be seeing this for the first time, just so people are aware. But the KFC, this is damn hot. Pot pie is super underrated, and it's one of the best things there. So what I'm going to do is grab me some of that crust. Big ass chunks of chicken in here. That's hot. Again, I like hot sauce. So we're going to just throw some right in that Jason Biggs American Pie hole we got right there. But enough people don't talk about this again. It is a really, really good pot pie. The last time I had this, people, again, I know that not everybody thinks this way. They said that this tastes like Marie Callender's. It does not. At all. This chicken is like their fresh chicken that they pull and they have to the side. They also used it in their quesadillas. But I've had Marie Callender's a bunch of time. I've never seen piece of chicken this big in there. Then got a little bit of vegetables, so the peas. I think there's potatoes in here as well. And some carrots. And then what's like a cream of chicken-esque type of sauce. It's fast food. I remember when these were $5 and it was one of the best deals in fast food. Now it's like $6 in my place, at least by me, it's $6.79. But when this was a $5 fill-up, this and the OG Famous Bowl, which used to be my favorite thing, even last year it was in my best of, and it's not anymore because they changed it to nuggets. And then you get some of this flaky pie crust that you can just do one of these with. Fall off. There we go. And then some of this. $5 fill-up error with this was undefeated. It's still in my best of, though. Two completely neglected items that I think are some of the best things in the menu. You can't go to KFC, in my opinion, and not get their chicken. So I love the fact that they have this Taste of KFC thing that I can kind of use as a little chicken add-on. So in the Taste of, you get a side of mashed potatoes and gravy. I saw some people saying that you could switch the sides. At least on their app, you cannot switch the sides. If you go there and you got a cool coworker, they might switch it for you, but officially, you can't. And then you get 2 pieces of chicken. And this normally costs $5. Again, I got this for free. I just think personally, not enough people talk about their chicken. Into the gravy. Another thing I've said a bunch at KFC. I wish they would make a chicken type that was a combination of OG and extra crispy. I like them both equally, and I feel like if they combine the two, the 11 that you get on the original, which is what this is an undeniable, distinct taste that I really enjoy. But I love the texture on extra crispy. It just doesn't have the same amount of flavor that's on the OG. It just doesn't taste the same. But I love the texture and the crunch of it. But you really want to kick this up. You go in with KFC's fake honey. Yes, I know, it's honey sauce. Somebody says it. Someone gonna say it. I know. Guess what? I don't care. I eat fake syrup. It's the same damn thing. Again, I don't keep honey in my house. Or else I'd use regular honey. But I don't mind the honey sauce. Slide over. Thank you. Is this my favorite fast food fried chicken? No. Is it still fast food fried chicken that I think is really good? Yes. I can get down with the 11. I still think it's good. Now, if I'm talking about the best of order, I'm talking about specifically the chicken. I don't really care for the mashed potatoes. I don't really care for their biscuit. But it's actually cheaper to buy the Taste of KFC thing and get the free sides. But since we're here, I'm going to try it again and tell you why I'm just not the biggest fan of it. I just don't love it. It's okay. It's just, again, I think Popeye's gravy is light years. Jollibee's gravy is light years better than this. I just find it kind of bland. I'll eat it. I've never not had it, but I find it a little bland. And where's Where's my fake honey? Oh, right here. It's going for the KFC biscuit. A lot of people get really, like, mad when I say I don't like this. I don't know what, it tastes like a piece of bread to me. Bread and honey is great. But this is not a biscuit to me. It's not a biscuit. Like, it's the same thing. I'll eat it, but we're talking about the best. The taste of KFC meal is the best, specifically because it's hard carried by the chicken. I don't got a problem with that. I'm just giving you my opinion on this. If you like the biscuits, more power to you. It's just very average for me. This is me being nice and giving these KFC tenders another try. I ordered one tender. It cost me $2.59 for this. But a lot of people said that they enjoyed these, and the first time I had it, I really just didn't. They switched their recipe to their OG recipe, and it just didn't hit the same in my opinion. I also got their comeback sauce again, just to give it another try. Here is the tender, $2.59. Again, to me, this just resembles a nugget. The other ones had a much bigger, crispier texture to it, and it just, they don't have the same texture, which I'm just not a fan of. I thought the tenders were fine as they left them, but let's try it again without the sauce on the first bite. Very similar to their nuggets, which have original recipe on them as well. They just don't have the same texture or something that's missing from this. I don't know what it is about the actual white meat pieces, and it really is white meat, but it just doesn't jive for me. Maybe because I'm a dark meat person, I always get dark meat chicken. This does have a pretty good, distinct, like, 11 taste. I just don't love it. I don't know what it is. I preferred their other tenders, especially the Nashville Hot, which I don't know why you got rid of, and I'm still angry about after all these years. But let's try this comeback sauce. It is a basic, I have the Walmart version of the Raising Cane sauce where I had it. It tastes pretty similar to that. It's decent. It's decent. A lot of people are saying it's Raising Cane's dupe sauce. I've never had Raising Cane's, so I can't tell you. I still haven't put one within, I think there's one all the way in the southern border of New Jersey, which is like 3 hours for Raising Cane's, which is crazy. Nope, not doing it. Well, let's try the honey mustard, which is markedly better in my opinion. I'd rather do honey mustard. So apparently KFC is going full send with these because they're making a tenders restaurant, which is going to specialize as a competitor to Raising Cane's, which is why they did this. This all has come out recently. I haven't had Raising Cane's, but if they opened a restaurant that served just these tenders and just this sauce, I guess with some fries and some bread, I probably still wouldn't go. This is a little bit better than the first time I had it, though. I won't lie. I still don't love it, though. On a fast food scale, I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's nowhere near, I just think there's way better options at KFC. But if you dip anything in this elite-ass honey mustard, I'm still going to eat it. So I'll rock with the honey mustard. Also, raspberry lime polar today. I do have a Coke Zero. I haven't opened it. I did open this. It's champagne seltzers, man. And finally, we have the cherry pie poppers. The last time I got these, they were like criminally underfilled, so I wanted to try them again. There's a little more filling in this. So there you go. We got something in here this time. Last time, it was literally just like an empty vessel. Same issue as last time. They're very, almost like you didn't drain them. They're like doughy. The apple pie ones I had every time were not doughy, and these are. Also, the cherry pie filling is tart, but not sweet at all. There's no like sweetness to this really. It just tastes tart. I think the apple pie ones were light years better. Yeah, there's filling in this one, so I can taste it this time, but I still don't love it. I wouldn't get these again. I'll give these a 4.5 out of 10. I don't care for them. The apple pie ones to me are a lot better. But I respect them for trying. It's just not my thing. Finally, for our, we've been doing some tech stuff at the end of videos just to kind of show you different things and whether I suggest you get them or not. So this, if you don't know the logo, this is a Steam Deck. And I got the new one. This is the OLED version. This is what it looks like on the inside. And if you don't know what a Steam Deck is, Steam is basically what people use for their PC games. So it's a place where you can buy your PC games and play them off of. Some people will use different ones, but Steam is one of the more popular ones. It allows you to play all your PC games portably, and I really wanted something to be able to do that. I do intend on traveling next year, something maybe I'll have to do in a hotel, or if I can't get to my PC, I can still do. I think this is pretty good for what I wanted it for. This is an OLED screen. The screen, let me see if I can turn this on, is really, really sharp compared to the first one that I saw but didn't have. And one of the issues that people have, yeah, so there you go. So there's my game library. So all the games that are in my library, it gives you a suggestion on what's good on the Stream Deck, and then you can play it there. It looks really good and really crisp coming out. One of the biggest issues with the first one and why I didn't get it was the battery dies really quick. I played this yesterday for like 3 hours and it didn't die. And the games that I played was Cyberpunk, which looked good. Doesn't look as good, obviously, on my high-end PC. This costs like $700, though, which is not worth the price. There are other things that if you want to play PC games, I would highly suggest that you get. If you don't care about the price per se, and you just want the best, then in my opinion, I had a PlayStation Portal, I had a Logitech Cloud, and I had a claw, an MSI claw. I returned every single one of them because I couldn't stand it. This is the first one that I'm going to keep. The PlayStation Portal is $200. I didn't like it. The Logitech Cloud is $250 or $300, $299. I didn't like it. The claw, I just kept going up in price. It was $450 and I didn't like it. So I kept trying to say I want something that's efficient or whatever, but you know, it's like I said yesterday, you get what you pay for. If you're like a serious gamer and you want something where you're traveling a lot and you're a PC gamer, I would highly suggest this. One of my favorite things about it so far is that I've been playing, let me show you. I've been playing all the Final Fantasy games, and you can see them right here. Right now I'm on Final Fantasy VIII, right? And one of the things that I really enjoy was that I'm able to play. I was playing on my desktop, and when I got this and I loaded the game up, my save is there. So really, really, like, for me, super convenient that I can do that, so I don't have to worry about starting over on a game. And the only thing that I have an issue with is what you're seeing right now. The launch time and the loading times are a little slow, but that's really not that big of an issue. Other than that, it looks good. The battery life is good. It's not great. If you can plug it in or something like that, I would highly suggest that you do just make sure that it's charged. But for $700, unless you're like a serious gamer or you like have the money, I still don't think it's worth it. But it is the best of any of these handheld consoles that I use. I also have a PS Vita that I have and I don't really use much anymore. It is jailbroken, but I wanted something that was going to play my PC games specifically. And this was the best thing that I got. If you have the money, yes, it is the best, but you can probably find something that is a little bit cheaper that can do the same thing. Screen is better, but I still don't think you should spend $700 because it's more than a lot of people's gaming PCs. You get what I'm saying? Unless you have like the whatever to do it, you don't really need this, but yeah, it's the champagne of consoles. I'm not gonna lie, it's just crazy expensive. But the other ones I really didn't like. If you want more in depth about this, like pop in a stream or something like that, you know. But yeah, really good for me. So I appreciate y'all, man. That's gonna be the end of the video. I'm gonna make sure I load all my games on here. This is the 1 or 2 terabyte version, one or the other, but it still has a micro SD if you want to add more into it. So don't get the storage if you don't need it. I just didn't know that, and I didn't want to be stuck with something I had to return. I got tired of not spending enough money and getting crap that I didn't want. So, to me, buy it right or buy it twice, but you can find better stuff if you don't really care about all the little bells and whistles. That's going to be the end of the video, man. I appreciate y'all. I'll be back tomorrow. More content, man, and hand signs. They made it to YouTube.